Hello, this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today we're doing geometry and we're going to talk about quadrilaterals. So the angle sum of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. A quadrilateral is the name we give to any shape with four straight sides. So anything with four sides has an angle sum of 360 degrees. Now there's lots of different types of quadrilaterals. We've heard of squares and rectangles. And I've put four special types in here that we may not know as much about. So you probably know a lot about squares and rectangles already, but parallelogram, it has opposite sides equal, opposite angles equal, and opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so it looks a little bit like, where can I draw it in here? Okay, so it's a little bit like a rectangle, except that it doesn't have the right angles. It's kind of been squashed over sideways. The opposite ones are parallel, like that, and also the opposite angles are equal. Okay, the next shape we want to talk about is a rhombus. A rhombus has all sides equal, opposite angles equal, and opposite sides are parallel. So it is also a bit like a parallelogram, except that all the sides are equal. So it actually is, or comes from, the square. It's like a pushed over square. So all the sides are the same length and the opposite ones are parallel and the opposite angles are equal. It's hard to show all those things on that little diagram. Okay, a trapezium has one pair of opposite sides parallel. That's the only property it has. So most people, when they think of a trapezium, they think of this one. A short side on the top, longer one on the bottom. Looks a bit like that. But a trapezium could be anything. Could be more like this. Could be like that. That kind of thing there. Anything that has a pair of parallel sides is a trapezium. A kite has two pairs of adjacent sides equal. Okay, so that adjacent sides means they share a vertex, a point here. So those two sides are equal. And if I draw a point down here, those two are equal. So that's two pairs. So we have a pair here and a pair there. Two pairs of adjacent sides equal. One pair of opposite angles are equal, and that's these ones in here, that one and that one is equal. And the diagonals are perpendicular. So if you drew diagonals down here like that and that, they would meet at a right angle in there. Okay, so sometimes these properties are helpful in helping you to find the value of pronumerals, okay, which is what we want to do in our examples. So calculate the value of each pronumeral. So remember, four sides is a quadrilateral and the angle sum is 360 degrees. So if I want to find this symbol here, now I've actually used a Greek symbol for that one. That's the symbol beta, or beta, however you like to say it. So beta will be equal to 360 degrees, take away all of the other angles, 116, take away 125, take away 61. So on the calculator, 360, take away 116, take away 125, take away 61 is equal to 58 degrees. Question 2. Okay, we have a quadrilateral. This time we have two unknown sides, so we can't really do 360 minus those to work those out. But the parallel sides here mean that it's actually a trapezium. Okay, now parallel sides also means that we can use our parallel rules that we learned in a previous lesson. Do you remember the corresponding, the alternate, and the co-interior angles? So if I look here at the y and the 78, they're making a C shape. They are making co-interior angles. So I could find y by doing 180 minus 78, because remember that co-interior angles add to 180 degrees. So 180 minus 78 means that that is 102 degrees. So we can do the same thing over here, just going backwards C. X is going to be equal to 180 minus 112 because of co-interior again, which is 68 degrees. Question 3, we're only given one angle here, a right angle, and we want to find the value of K and H. But we have lots of parallel sides here. So again, we have a C shape in there, which means that K would be equal to 180 minus 90, which is 90 degrees. Okay, that will be 90 degrees. And then we could do another C shape going this way to find the H. H would be equal to 180 minus 90 degrees, which is also 90 degrees because of co-interior angles going the other direction. Okay, so that will of course mean that that is actually a rectangle. Question 4, we want to find the value of A. There is 2 of them, so we collect them up, so that will become 2A is equal to, the angle sum of a quadrilateral is 360, take away the other angles, take away 58 and another 58. So 360, take away 58 is equal to 244. To get A by itself, I need to divide by 2. And if I divide that by 2, I'll find that A is equal to 122 degrees. Okay, so I just have 3 little questions here for you to practice today. Pause the video and give these questions a go, and then restart to see your answers. For question 1, to find H, we use the angle sum of a quadrilateral. So we start with 360 degrees and subtract off all the angles. Subtract off 108, subtract off 65, and subtract off 127. So that will give you 360, we get 60 degrees. In question 2, we need to find the value of T. We'll have to start by finding what 2T is. Again, the total is 360. Subtract off all the angles, so the 72, the 90 for the right angle, and the 106. So that means that 2T is equal to 92 degrees. Then to get T by itself, we're going to divide by 2. Get rid of that. So that gives us 46 degrees. For question 3, we have 2 pronumerals to find. To find F, we do a C shape here, co-interior angles on the parallel lines that we're given. So co-interior adds to 180. So if we do 180 minus the 64, we find out that F is equal to 116 degrees. Similarly, we can do G, they're co-interior, it's just a backwards C there. So G will be equal to 180 minus 57, which is equal to 123 degrees. Okay, that's it for our lesson on quadrilaterals today. Join me again next time. Until then, keep practicing. Bye.